All right, let's talk a little bit about Solana. It's at a pretty key area here. If you look at the blue levels, these blue levels are simply our quarter levels off of our most recent swing low and our most recent swing high. And we've basically, I'm not going to say mean reverted, but reverted back to the midpoint, which is quite common. We also have our more aggressive, more recent trend line coming in here. And we really want to zoom in here to see what Solana is doing on this trend line. It lost the trend line, but it did come down to a place where I expected there to be quite a bit of support around 2250. Not only is that our midpoint that we talked about, but we have quite a few margin pressure levels, as well as some risk reward levels that kind of overlap in this zone. So you see this 2, 3, 4, 3. Basically, I've run through all the different indicators that I personally use: risk reward levels, margin pressure levels, some moving averages and whatnot, and basically just highlighted the all the created a heat map of support and resistance essentially. And you'll see that we have quite a bit of support in this 2250 region, very confluent. It's where we started breaking out after the Ripple case came out, and we basically just retraced this entire move. And now we are sitting around this trend line, which technically has broken. However, Solana is trying hard to reclaim it. And I think it's just basically pretty straightforward for Solana, basically pretty straightforward to trade Solana here. One of two things is going to happen: price is going to go up or down. And if price goes up and reclaims both the uptrend line and breaks our more recent downtrend line, then I think you can look for a long scalp up to 2550, 2560. That's our key margin pressure level resistance that we've held. So we'd actually put this up here, and we'd want to keep it pretty tight. Pretty tight stop loss. So you could move it below 2250 or so, 2234 if you want to keep it a little bit wider. If you don't mind going with lower risk reward, I like to have tight stop losses. 2560 is that 2x long margin pressure level that we've talked about being a key level since we originally broke through it. That's where the market can no longer go long on 2x leverage while maintaining a liquidation point below this 1280 support level. This 1280 wick downwards, which ended up being our support and our local low, right? So that's a very key resistance level that we've held. Now, if we can break through the downtrend line, reclaim the uptrend line that we're on, I think you can look for a decent little, what would that be? Roughly 7 or 8% move back up to retest this. And maybe Solana starts ranging sideways, right? Breaking this downtrend a little bit. Otherwise, I think it's actually decent or smart to sit out of Solana unless we get that reclaim. I'm not super into shorting in this market right now. I think there are headlines. I think the potential for bullish headlines is much higher than the potential for bearish headlines right now. Basically, the bearish headline potential has to do with the SEC and DOJ and Binance, which I'm not horribly worried about. Whereas your bullish headlines are like a Bitcoin ETF approval or something else, positive happening. And I think you can look to short this. You could probably look to short this back down onto this trend line, right? So we're looking at this, but you're just kind of chopping. You're trying to short level the level. It's a pretty aggressive pullback already that we're already in, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do get $19 to $20 Solana, and you get an opportunity to pick up Solana at a much lower price. And I would just rather be a bidder down here than trying to short the break of the downtrend line. I think managing a short position here, unless you're a good short trader, is going to be rather difficult for the vast majority of traders, myself included. So I'd personally just be looking to sit out and look for longs down at like $19 to $20 when and if the time comes. Otherwise, we just reclaim, break the downtrend line, look for a little scalp up to 2550, 2560, and then reassess. I think it's straightforward. I think it's whichever way this starts breaking is likely the way it's going to go. I don't want to long though until it proves that it can take out that downtrend line and reclaim the uptrend. Hope this was helpful. If it was, like and subscribe, follow on Twitter. If you want access to the indicators that I use in these videos, go check out Systine.ai. You can grab the indicators bundle if this will load, indicators bundle for $3.99 once, or you can join the research hub where we present asymmetric risk reward opportunities that we find in the crypto market. You also get access to the indicators bundle within that. If you're watching this on YouTube, there will be links in the description below for all of this, including 2 places to trade. If you are looking to trade and you're not in the US, Bybit is a good option. If you are in the US, BTCC is a good option. You can also find links in my bio and kind of go down the rabbit hole that way to try to find those links, or just DM me on Twitter if you're watching this on Twitter and you want a referral link to an exchange. Thanks so much for tuning in, and catch you next time. Peace.